We shall see. Oh boy. Climb onto a
So
water tower.
Sophia,
Yeah.
there's Mir. Go tell him.
There's a
He
who
probably
bear?
needs to know. Mir probably
Who?
needs to know what happened at the.
The pawn shop.
I
and,
would like
and
to.
he liked you the best.
I would assume that I had told him earlier. I mean, how else did this credit card get on my person if not by him? I'm not gonna like steal from a friend.
Oh goodness.
Because if Ava says anything, he's just going to blame me for corrupting his little sister.
He does think fondly of Ava. That I do remember. He tried to like buy her stuff and put her in cute stuff, which was adorable. So I would deduce that he, knowing that Ava was going with everybody, was okay with sharing his card with you. But that is up in the air.
We're on a payment plan. I'm assuming it's not free money.
Oh gosh. What are you gonna give to him is the real question in return for this stuff. The blackmail genius of the group. That's what you.
All right. So it's around. It's around 4:30. No later than 4:30. You met at the place around 2. Stopped off at the pizza barn. Had some onion rings with chili and cheese. A cheese hot dog. A couple frescas, a root beer. A burger. Talked to Horace a little bit. Went over to Fork It Up Pawn. Spent some time looking. Probably one of you climbed into the harness. It doesn't really matter who. Probably not Ava. And one of the guys kind of showed you how to cinch it up and make it tighter or looser.
Harness on her tiny body.
Then you're driving, looking for a good place to park.
Shep would have explained the tattoo as well.
Oh, they're not getting Mir's money again.
We bought stuff from bad people. No, that's even worse.
Now, I know you said it was like, and I'm just trying to remember. We're thinking straight up World War II swastikas, right?
Certainly the artwork.
Okay.
The components of, or the components that made up the tattoo certainly had Nazi undertones. I mean, it wasn't a plain swastika. It was somewhat like blended into the other facets of the artwork. But when you looked at it just right, it was.
Okay,
it was mostly like an eagle, maybe on a shield. Part of it was that stylized gold cross with like the flared ends. That and certainly maybe a circle with looked like the crooked cross in it.
Oh, Shep, that's bad. That's really bad.
I'm kind of surprised he actually would have took any of our money. But
retail and resale, there's a buck to be made. I mean, they get stuff, they buy it for cheap, and all they have to do is hold on to it until somebody wants to buy it. So they've got a pretty good warehouse-sized store. So it's a pretty lucrative business. There is another pawn shop in town called Pinebox Pawn, as compared to Fork It Up, which is
Going there next time.
where you just were.
Well, we'll go there next time. Maybe there's a nice lady I can talk to there.
Pinebox Pawn is owned and operated by a little diminutive old man
Crap.
named Forrester Harris. And this is not the place where you would go to like buy firearms. If he has at most, say, 2 revolvers, they are more of like a match set for like dueling pistols. Nice silver engraved handles with a nice decorative box. He sells like little pieces of artwork, knickknacks, crystal vases, perhaps nice sets of wine glasses, little
Pretty.
pieces of bright carved metal, picture frames, maybe like a rare book or two, although there are 2 bookstores that are probably a better bet for finding, like an original copy of, a Lewis Stevenson novel or something like that. But it's worth checking out if there's something odd that you're looking for. I'm thinking back. I'm wondering if we ever went there.
I don't think we did.
All I can think about is
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
we
don't-
ever went to a pawn shop when we
Yeah.
were playing with Dersh.
okay.
Yeah, that was one of the few. We went to a pizza barn, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Over the
And on
the entry
campus.
lintel to this Pinebox Pawn. If you've never went in it, at least you've passed it by and seen it has engraved a phrase. I won't quote it exactly, but it says something like, "Come in and find if we have what your heart desires." Something along that line for phraseology. So it's about dinner time. What around 5:30? What time did you want to go in to the water tower gate? Did you want to wait until 7? Did you want to do it right now while there's still some daylight?
I think right now should be fine.
Okay.
I think so too.
Till some light out.
So that way it's not too dark. But it is also a weekend.
So, let's take a picnic lunch.
Yes. Let's do that.
Yeah,
All
stop
right.
at KFC, get a 8-piece bucket,
A big
and
bucket and some slaw,
Let's get some chicken
Yeah,
for a
we
some
picnic.
will-
mashed taters.
yeah, we will be
yeah.
having a
Napkins.
cheap hike picnic.
All right. So as you're
Oh man.
as you're talking about where to go to buy dinner and how you might carry it, like it's like a sack lunch, get it in a bag, make sure they double bag it so it stays hot. Shep, your phone rings.
Ooh.
It's Glenn Mac.
Okay.
Hey, Shep. Hey, how are you? How are you? Are you all together right now? Who's with you?
I'm with Ava and Sophia.
Hey, ladies. How are y'all doing today?
Hi, Glenn Mac.
Yeah. Hey, I'll keep this short and sweet. I'm kind of in the middle of 3 things I'm trying to get done. Grading papers and this and that. So I went out with that lady, Lisa Gray, last night. We had a date. I think this was her first date in quite some time. I think her husband passed away. Might have been something military related. She didn't really go into details, and I didn't ask. It was just awkward all the way around. Nice enough gal. I mean, she's smart as a whip, but yeah, just not a good match, I don't think. And we got about halfway through dinner, and she had to leave. Babysitter called her and basically bugged out of the job and left. I touched base back with her later on in the evening, and she said, yeah, when she got home, the babysitter was sitting out at the curb with her young son and her young daughter and wouldn't go anywhere near the house. It says it's haunted.
Oh.
And I said, well, I know just the young people that might want to come and investigate this. And maybe I can, cut you a little check out of a stipend from our funding for paranormal research. It's like, yeah, said some small atmospheric balls of energy, some poltergeist activity, possibly things apportioning, moving around all by themselves in an inexplainable fashion. A little girl sees and hears things. A little boy sees and hears things. Lisa only described what she thought was maybe her imagination. A big shadow hovering over the bed. A little girl sleeps with her because she doesn't like sleeping in a room. So, yeah, I told her you guys would maybe stop by, give her a call, maybe sometime tonight or sometime tomorrow, whenever you get the free time. And yeah, just wanted to check in and see if y'all are interested.
We are. Thanks for letting us know.
Sure. I mean, she's a real nice lady, and she's had the police over, but she said the local police kind of think she's a little bit crazy. So
We
she
know
doesn't
she's not
know
crazy.
she doesn't know who to turn to. So maybe it was just good fortune on all of our parts that she and I were set up on this ill-fated half a dinner date, which she paid for half of it, by the way, before she left in a hurry. Just a really nice lady, down, salt of the earth, real sweet. All right, well, listen, I got to go. I'm going to text you her phone number and address. And yeah, if you guys get some free time, you might want to, stop by and visit her, and do a little of that stuff that we do with the, cameras, recorders, atmospheric, detectors, all that, motion detectors, sensors, thermometers, goggles, all that good stuff. Stop by if you need anything. All right, got to go. I'll talk to you guys soon. You
Bye.
I know you're all out and about doing your college things, so just be careful and be safe wherever you go, and we'll talk later. All right?
Bye.
Okay.
Click.
Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I think we'll have to go find him to pick up all of that he just mentioned.
Oh, he said he would text it?
Did we get her number?
Yeah, a few minutes later, Lisa Gray, and an address that's in it.
Okay.
Kind of a nice. I don't know if I want to call it upscale, but certainly upper middle class sort of neighborhood.
Oh.
Homes with good sized yards. Some of the older homes have well developed trees.
Well-developed trees.
Right. Some new developments, you could tell the houses are new because all the trees are real small, look like they've just been
Wonderful.
planted. But some of them are, they've been around for 20 years, 25 years. That gives those trees good time to grow, nice and tall and thick.
So
Sophia's
they're not
gonna love
shrubs.
Right.
it. All
What?
right.
All right.
Well-developed trees.
Huh.
All
The
right.
Well, the last time we had to go to a haunted house, I got a Spanish teacher, and Ava,
yes.
Ava learned how to cook tacos, and Sophia killed somebody.
Yeah.
Well, wait, I did?
I don't know if that's. Ooh.
I
That's
know
right.
I'm
It's,
not gonna
it's
work.
You threw the voodoo doll in the fire that you
It's called
created,
free self-defense.
and he burst into flame and
it wrecked his car.
wrecked his car in a bar.
That is wild.
Oh, wait, I did. I
Yeah.
did all that. I did all that.
And the children were safe from the haunting because each one had like a little voodoo doll stuck up under their mattress, right?
Yeah,
Or under their bed.
They
Like a
did. They
little.
were safe.
Yeah.
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 Ah, gosh.
All right, you guys are at the perimeter fence. You're parked, in a side neighborhood down a street. away from the perimeter fence where the gate is.
We're having a KFC picnic.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that so much.
I mean, it's not unusual for me just to pull over and have a
Not
meal,
too far
right?
from the water tower, probably.
Yeah, eyeballing it.
hmm
Yeah. Keeping an eye out, see if there's other people around.
Mhm. Well, it's Friday night. There's a couple cars do go by, high school students probably
Mm,
by the make and model and driving skills apparently of the vehicles that I'm mentioning.
hmm
And yeah, the chicken's good. I guess you guys got a couple extra napkins and some of those little wet wipes.
hmm
Mm,
Definitely
Yep.
lots of
moist
napkins.
moist towelettes.
Moist towelettes, yeah.
Don't
For the
forget the little butter
sanitizer.
packets for the biscuits.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
honey or
yeah,
butter.
yeah. That's great. And if there's no trash can, just throw the trash in the back of the truck
Yeah,
until the next time you drive by
Yep.
a nice garbage receptacle.
exactly.
All right. So you're staring at this. You got the Let's see. You're kind of looking at the tower and the sun's. Let's see. You're looking at the Panther is on the south, and the sun's
Mhm.
going down in the west. So yeah, the north side of the tower where the ladder is already starting to be concealed by shadows because the sun's quite
Perfect
on the waning sun is quite on the other side.
Shep's
The panther has a kind of an odd glow about it as the sun
time.
reflects
Shep
off it.
Oh,
Shep's not going to don the full thing, but he is going to put on like the black um, coat
You're
and
wearing it.
stuff,
the ninja
so
outfit.
that he at least kind of can blend into the shadow a little bit.
Mhm.
But he's not going to put the hood and gloves and stuff on,
Okay,
just like the
it's
pants and the shirt.
all right. Abe, it's nice and form fitting. You notice.
Oh,
Are you going to put on the funky booty slippers and the gloves?
He'll put on the gloves, but not the slippers, just because he doesn't think he can climb like that.
Okay, very good. Consider yourself so garbed.
Thank you.
you make a great ninja ship.
Oh,
Do you take the hood
thanks.
with you even if you don't put it on?
No, no,
Okay.
he's not going to deal with the hood because that he thinks that just looks weird.
Okay.
And
We'll say
he's
you're
going to accidentally have to bend over a couple of times because he just doesn't realize how form fitting this is.
Straight out of Mortal Kombat, you are.
so you're standing across the corner from a street lamp, which is casting a bit of a glow. And I would just like to know what you all intend to be carrying. Let's say a grappling hook, several feet of nylon rope, another hank of 50-foot of nylon rope, probably 8, or we'll call it 9 since there are 3 of you, 9 carabiners,
Mhm.
um,
Um,
probably at least one, probably all of your cell phones, because you suspect you'll probably want to take pictures of anything you find that's interesting.
Would my backpack be like too much to like would it not fit like on the ladder area, or I could just keep that on?
It's hard to tell. You think that if you go slowly and carefully, you think there's enough clearance that you would be able to take your backpack with you. What's in it? The first aid kit.
Let me double check. Camera, cell phone, first aid kit,
what? If you want, I
and
could put that in my messenger
possibly
bag.
have the knife, stun gun, and stake in there as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Probably the odd screwdriver that you found.
Yeah, and the car lighter.
Yeah, a little that's right, a little a switch trigger to spark a little sparker you found. Okay. Shep?
He'll have his little backpack as well. I mean, he's just got binoculars, first aid kit. He will have left the Polaroid camera probably in the truck or back at the apartment house, whatever.
Okay.
And he's got a voice recorder.
All right.
I think Shep would have brought his baseball bat
Okay.
and his slingshot. He'll have the slingshot in the thing, but he'll have the baseball bat just in case we run into any snakes or scorpions or anything that might scare the girls.
How do you intend to climb with a baseball bat?
Oh no, he's not going to take it up. He's just taking it with him.
Gotcha. Same question, Ava.
She has a messenger bag over the shoulder. If it looks like Sophia's bag is too big, she'll offer to carry some of her stuff in her messenger bag.
She doesn't have an awful lot of stuff in her backpack, so it's
Okay.
it's not full.
Then
Left all my books at
she'll
home.
leave. Then she'll leave her bag because
Okay.
Ava doesn't have anything useful in her bag, but she'll keep her pepper spray and her cell phone in her pocket.
Both of you ladies wear eyeglasses. Eyewear.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have like a strap that you carry with you that you basically keep them from falling off?
I don't.
Nope.
Okay.
Those are just straight up big old square glasses without a
So
strap.
this could be a problem because bad eyes is a major hindrance of mine.
Why, yes, it is.
It's not for me, but I mean, she still doesn't, she still wears glasses.
And each of you have a harness that will say you've tried on once just to make sure that you're not messing with buckles and stuff once you're out there. And I think the plan might be that you just like saunter up and you won't actually put the harnesses on until you're in the shadows of one of those outbuildings. Does that track, or would you like to put the harnesses on before you go into the fence?
Oh, well, I could. Ava could keep her harness on and then wear the jacket, and it'll hide for pretty good, I'd say.
Sure could.
I keep my harness in the backpack.
Okay.
So I
Same.
will be prepared.
All right. Let's have a thieving roll.
Yeah. Do I still get that +2?
I
You
believe
sure
it
do.
is Sophia.
I needed that +2.
Yeah, we'll say you
4.
you have a little of that small engine oil and just put a little bit in there, and work it a little bit, and it's a little sticky, but yeah, it pops open.
Wonderful.
And for
Good job.
doing that, there's like a square piece of parchment at the lower left. If you were to say type in +2 and make a
Wait.
roll, it'll add 2.
Lower
To-
left.
Yeah, it's like a piece of parchment.
Oh, hey. Okay,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
And then resets.
And then,
Lovely.
yeah, it does the math for you. It makes it super easy. So you are I'll say you're all harnessed up. You're in the in the shadows of one of those outbuildings, and you're looking around. There's some cars driving by. Again, they mostly seem like kids. You hear the occasional radio, occasional, lady or gentleman walking a dog through the neighborhood. And yeah, you're all harnessed up. And it's a short jog to the base of the tower.
Okay,
All right.
we're in. But now we have to make it up.
So I guess swing that grappling hook up and go from there.
I'm gonna pass it over to the tallest of you, and you're gonna do like Batman, and you're gonna throw it up there, and then we're gonna climb, and then we're gonna hook, and we're gonna be good.
Shep, be Batman.
Yes, you're wearing black. Shep,
This is your moment.
Batman.
Okay, Shep swings the batarang. And what are you trying to do there, Shep? Are you trying to toss this up and hook the grapnel to one of the lower rungs of the ladder? I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Athletics roll.
So athletics. Okay.
Gonna be
Type it.
Yeah.
Type in a let's say 18. We'll take a -2. You want to type a little -2 down in that box. It's not an easy.
If-
It's not easy, but it's far from
Yeah.
impossible. 18 feet. It's almost 20 feet. That's a respectable height.
Mhm.
And you're hoping it doesn't hit one of the those legs and make like a gong sound. Metal striking metal.
If Shep is Batman, we are his Robins.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Now, Ava, you're Batgirl.
Oh,
I am the Robin.
exciting. I'm down for that. Oh,
Yeah, I only have a 4, so that -2 is going to hurt.
You throw it up and it comes down, and all of you scatter to avoid being hit as it doesn't go anywhere near 20 feet.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't hit the post. It basically goes straight up and then straight down again.
Yeah, I'll try one more time, but I just don't have. What? Actually, that one didn't even do the -2, so give me
Maybe
a
I'll
sec.
try
now.
next. I'm second tallest.
Okay, I'll let you try next because the
no.
second one was a 1.
You can do it, Robin.
Here we go.
You got better than me, but
It probably hits the cylindrical shell, that safety lattice work, hits it and clang and falls to the ground.
Darn.
What if I climb on your shoulder and then try to throw it from higher up?
If it comes straight back
okay.
down again, it's going to
It's
be
gonna
hard
hit
to
us.
avoid.
She might be willing to take the chance.
Okay.
Gonna climb on
Okay.
whoever's taller on the
Shep
shoulders.
would be the tallest, so we're going to do the chicken
Oh my
fight stance.
She'll sit like on your shoulders like a kid is like being held on by the legs.
Yep.
I imagine. And she'll swing up because now she's got some height to her. She's never been that tall before.
Yeah.
Try her best to toss it up that way.
All right. I'm still going to impose a -2 just because you can't really get your hips into this at all. This is all arms just because of the awkwardness of being
Oh yeah.
up on Shep's back. Probably
That's
Sophia's behind you with her hands on your rump, trying to give you some stability. And she's probably saying, please don't hit me with that. So are you like swinging it and letting it go? Or are you holding it and trying to throw it up like a spear? Are you trying to throw it up underhanded?
I'm trying to think if it would be better for her to stand on his shoulders or to sit on his shoulders. I don't know if it would make a difference.
It would be so precarious trying to do this on
I
his
know.
shoulders. Yes, you gain another foot of height, but so unsteady. And you get up there, and your legs would start to quiver a little bit, and the bottom of your soles of your feet would start to ache, and you'd be like, well, what if I slip? What if I fall onto the cement?
Robin, catch me.
I'm gonna try my very best.
And Ava, what do you think this grapple? What do you think it weighs? Not counting the awkwardness of having that tailing piece of nylon rope, but just the device itself.
I would probably think maybe 2 pounds.
2 pounds. That's what I was thinking. Okay,
Yeah,
that tracks.
that's about fair. Um, okay. If she finds herself being a little bit unsteady, well, no, she's gonna try. She's gonna give it a try. They both have tried. Well, it wouldn't hurt to give it a try herself. Maybe she'll
Uh,
have a
I
second
mean,
wind in there somewhere.
you
Let's
have
see.
nothing to
That's at a
lose.
-2, right?
You have nothing to lose except for maybe a little pride.
Yeah, that's okay. uh, let's see. Athletics -2. Here we go.
Let's just be fair.
Ah,
Erica's probably the only one of us that could actually do this.
I know, right? Well, that
I would like each
failed
of you to
horribly.
make an agility check. Sophia, I'll give you this agility check at +1.
Uh-oh. Should I bother since I'm on top of Shep?
Sure.
I think I handled us both.
Okay. Oh boy.
Okay.
Add a -2 at that.
She moved with you.
I'll do it. But oh, I forgot the -2.
Yes, you very deftly you avoid getting plunked on the head by 2 pounds of metal, basically like a gaff hook.
Yeah. Oh
Uh,
boy.
okay,
Ooh,
I don't think we try that again. Um,
well, we still have
I will
rope.
try one more time to see if I can throw it up there. Once Ava gets down safely.
Okay. Flat to ground. Though it was fun.
Now, just remind me, Mr. Dean, since this is still the same thing, even though we've broken it and it's not the same row, I still have to spend the penny, correct?
No,
No? Okay.
each of these are mutually exclusive and non-dependent
Okay.
attempts, but each one runs the risk of something bad happening.
Okay.
Um,
I just want to make sure.
yeah, the best of the worst would be y'all make some noise. The worst is that the hook comes down and firmly embeds itself in one of your skulls.
Yeah.
And there's
That's the worst.
all sorts of gradients in between. You try to dodge out of the way and you fall off the cement and twist an ankle.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think the best I can do is a 6, is a 4 and a 6 to ace, and
Okay.
hmm,
Let me ask you a question. Which one of you thinks that you have the arm strength if you were to hook this grapple 18 feet up into the ladder? Which do any of you think that you could climb 20 feet on
My
on a rope?
I have a 4 in strength.
Okay.
same.
I would, yeah.
I do too, but the idea was to get the grapple up there to at least secure a rope and then use the harness and everything to climb up against it. Not like freehand. Because
Okay.
it's up against something, right?
Okay.
Like the legs.
Should hold her weight.
Yeah, like to repel, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
I got you.
Is there a chance, and let me know if this would not work at all. Could I find a rock or something and try to tie the rope around the rock and use my slingshot?
Shep, I'm going to give you a Benny.
Nice. Good thinking.
Um, yeah, I'm not even going to make you make a notice roll. Sure, there are
Okay.
some fist-sized rocks which are a little bit oblong, and you could easily affix the non-grapnel side of the rope, end of the rope to.
Okay.
This will be an.
I have shooting, if that'll help. It's not much, but I
Yeah,
have shooting.
this is more athletics. This is more
Athletics.
throwing, such as like throwing a
Okay.
dagger rather than
Yeah.
firing something that's propelled, say a crossbow or a bow or a gun. Well, wait, you're using your wrist rocket. Yeah, you can use shooting.
Yeah, I'm just using my little. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
This is going to be a roll straight up. No minuses.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I will keep a lookout to
Okay.
make sure that we're not attracting too much attention.
Much better.
So you propel this small, less than a fist-size rock. I'd say it's about the size of like a tennis ball, maybe. It goes up, straight up into the middle of the ring of lattice work, that tube, if you will. It goes up, and it bounces against the ladder, and it ricochets back through the lattice work and down.
We have a pulley.
So you're kind of holding the grapnel in your hand. The rope goes up through the lattice work. And we'll say it's not the lowest lattice. It's like the next level up. And hanging about 7 feet off the ground is the end with the rock kind of swinging.
Thank you, Batman.
And it really didn't make that much noise. It wasn't that loud. Probably because the rope was around the rock. It muffled it somewhat.
Wonderful. So we now have somewhat of a pulley kind of rope situation.
You could pull the rock down and affix the grapnel to the lattice work.
Are both sides of the rope close enough for us to reach?
Yes, with some to
What
spare.
what if we, since we're all pretty limp noodle arms
Yeah.
around here, why don't we see if we can't send at least one person up by pulling them up like a pulley? Uh,
The lattice work looks like it's strips of metal, and so it might have a sharp edge. Not that it would cut you, but it may abrade.
Cut-
With that much weight trying to pull it up, it's
Mhm.
like vertical slats of metal, like belts, if you will,
Yeah.
with curve to them, and
Got
it's not a nice smooth pull.
Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, I think putting the grappling hook and then pulling it so that it actually grips onto what you've already tossed would probably work better. And then we can potentially rappel our way up. I
Easily
think
done.
that's
Easily done. No roll required.
cool.
So
We can
you
do it,
pull,
guys.
the grapple is now affixed to the inside of the lattice work, and the rope is up over and hanging down outside the lattice work.
Cool. Guys, I think this can work.
We can do this.
Okay. That girl away. Let's try. She'll
Okay.
try and go up first.
All right. Strength roll -2.
Let's see. Please look out below, friends. Look out below real bad. Real bad.
Ava, you jump up and you make it up about 6 feet, and you're just hanging there like Tom from Tom and Jerry, and then you can't bear your own weight. You slip off, you fall, and you injure your hip, and you take a point of fatigue from bumps and bruising.
She's so embarrassed.
That's going to leave a purplish blue bruise on your right buttock and hip.
She's got a bad bruise on her butt. Oh no.
Boy.
She's got a bruise on her butt. Oh no.
That's gonna be stiff. That's gonna require like some Tylenol or
Yeah.
ibuprofen or something like that.
I'll
So let's
visit
see.
Erica.
I'm just gonna take a look and I'm gonna see, do any of you have any ranks in boating or
Boating.
survival?
No. I don't need to
Uh,
say no because it's just no.
no. No, I do have survival. I have a D6 in survival.
Hey.
Shep, you can make a survival roll straight up. The others of you can make a smarts roll at -4.
-4.
Got it.
That's a
I
24. What?
4.
My butt hurts too much to think.
Ava, your butt hurts.
My butt hurts too
Your
much.
your leg is even a little bit numb. Both of you girls are looking at each other saying, "Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing."
Time to bust out the first aid kit.
Sophie, I broke my butt.
No, it's not broken.
Shep, you
I'm
think
sure.
by
Tell Shep I broke my
attenuating
butt.
a carabiner here and there and looping the rope through, you could pull yourself up a little bit and then pull it through the carabiner so you don't slip back, and then pull it a little bit because the inside of that carabiner is a nice, smooth, rounded metal surface. It's like
Okay.
a round metal bar that's been bent into the shape of a letter C. And you think, yeah, I've seen that before. You run that through there, and you run it through like this, and that's going to take the weight off of it. And you think that one of you could probably pull yourself up. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but it wouldn't be impossible. And in fact, the harnesses you're wearing seem to have those little hasps, those little loops, just in the right spots for doing stuff like this. You do so like some of the weight is across your, the back of your thighs. Some of your weight is being held, on your feet as you precariously balance against this vertical spider leg. And then it's just a matter of just willing yourself to pull and not slip back because the configuration of the carabiners.
Oh.
Okay. Shep will try that because he doesn't want Ava to hurt herself further, and he doesn't want to have the girls test try his hypothesis here.
Okay. I'm going to require a strength roll straight up. One of you gals could give me a skill that you would like to use if you would like to aid Shep, and tell me how you're applying that skill.
Moral support.
Okay, that works. We'll call that performance or persuasion.
Persuasion it is because poor Ava.
Okay, before you roll, Al,
Sure.
Sophia, I'll give you that same because multiple people can aid. I think at most, by the Savage Worlds Suede rule set, I think the most help you can give is a +3, so both of you can help. And if one of you hits a raise, these are good numbers.
Perfect. Let's see.
So Sophia, what would you like to help?
I will also be cheering on Shep.
Okay. Moral support.
Yes. And then I'm going to get the first aid kit and give Ava like a Advil or something.
See, Ava doesn't crit fail. She merely fails. I'm just not going to impose a -1 for that. Shep, you're at +2 because Sophia hit the target number plus a raise. So let's see a strength roll at +2.
I tried, but I'm wincing at my butt too much. It's
You know,
terrible.
about halfway through, you feel like you just can't make it, that there's something wrong, that this cribbiner is like too tight and it's getting tangled and it's not letting the rope freely move through this, essentially this metal ring. But you muscle through, and darned if you aren't up in the shell of the lattice work. Both of your feet firmly planted on the lowest rung of the ladder. You are inside this tube, looking down from a dizzying 20 feet down at the tops of the heads of your comrades, who are looking
Good
up
job.
with quiet exclamations of, "You did it! That was wonderful!"
Good job.
That was awesome.
You did so good. Go Batman.
Go back.
You have Advil, Sophie.
Yes, yes, yes. There are painkillers in this first aid kit. Here, please have 1 or 2 or 3.
Rub my butt. Like, God, it's so bad.
Who's going to try next?
I'll
Lord.
go. Give Ava a moment to rest.
Okay.
I'm going to try to copy what Shep did.
Yeah, I'm going to require a smarts roll at -1, since he didn't think to put the cribbiners on you guys in the same places. You're close.
I will watch Sophie.
You have them affixed to you,
Okay.
and you're feeding the rope through. Yeah.
I will send out some moral encouragement and
Am I
try
doing this
to
right,
say,
Shep?
shout.
Moral
I will
support.
try to say, to explain using my survival. I'd like to try to explain how to put the cribbiners on.
Make a survival roll. I'd give you a plus, but you're 20 feet away. Success. Yeah, you tell her that the cribbiners are in the correct position. They are attenuated in the correct manner, such that none of the weight will be on the little spring piece. However, she fed the rope through wrong, and you help her correct the pass-through looping of the nylon rope.
Yeah, I won't die.
And
Good.
you do that before she leaves the ground. So if you would
Yeah.
like to provide moral support, you can try to give her a benefit or a penalty to her climb.
Penalty.
Sure. I'm looking to see. I think the best I can do would be persuasion, because I
Okay.
don't have anything else unless common knowledge, which would be the same thing.
Come on,
So-
Sophia. Don't look down. Look straight ahead. I'll count off the feet as you rise, and
Ooh.
And that's a straight strength roll.
it's a strength
Mm.
roll -2 +1.
As she's putting them together,
So
I want
-1.
to copy the way that she does it as through Shep's instruction onto my own
Okay.
before she leaves and I can't see it anymore.
Oh, yay.
In about
Oh, yay.
in about 3 minutes, you are 4 steps up the ladder, joined by a very elegant climbing Sophia. She manages to just use just enough swing to keep her feet, planted on the riser, on the vertical shaft, and her timing is perfect. And just as she takes her weight off of the rope, that's when she pulls herself up a little bit, aided by her legs. You are both up there.
Awesome, Robin.
Thanks, Fat Man. I couldn't have done it without you.
Just code names now. It's amazing.
Yeah, this wasn't hard, Sophia. What was all the to do? It was just very easy.
Climbed like my life depended on it.
Mhm.
There was a tree. growing
All right.
up from beneath me.
Now, Ava, let's get you up on the ladder if you so
Oh
desire.
boy. Let's give it
Come
the college
on,
try,
squirrel girl.
as
Okay.
they say.
Shep and Sophia, if you can
Mhm.
come up with a way to provide some aid that is not using persuasion, I'm all ears.
Um, hmm, trying to think. Because with Ava, I would probably try to tell her. I'm going to encourage her in Spanish.
Good idea.
Yeah, basically just telling her she can do it. Think
Learn.
like squirrel girl.
I like it. Sophia, would you like to attempt to aid? You don't have to.
I want to. I'm just trying to figure out how. Uh,
I mean, one way this might get your creative juices flowing, if it's not the idea you use, would be to use athletics or strength to help pull the rope up as she's climbing.
I worry I'm going to make that work somehow.
That could happen.
I know.
It
The
can be
strength isn't the
worse
best.
than
And
what
you-
I've already got because I
Yeah.
technically am going to be doing this at like a -3.
While you're
Good
thinking,
damn.
Shep, let's see if you can triple ace. You can come up with something. Okay, that's a success.
I will try one because if I use a Benny, I can still keep the 5, correct?
That is correct, unless you crit fail.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try it just to see.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no!
So I basically told you that
Oh.
not to worry about your hurt butt or something.
Mhm. Yeah. You tell her that a fall from 20 feet won't kill her; it will only maim her. In Spanish, it comes out very awkwardly. Um,
Yeah.
Sophia, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna break the rest of my butt, y'all.
You got 2 hips. You still got a good one.
I'm gonna just, I guess,
Gonna have to carry home.
just point out everything that I did to get up there, and that she should do that too. And then, like, oh, it's easy. It's just you up, straight up there like this, like it's nothing. It's yeah.
Okay. Besides persuasion, what skill do you think that might be?
Smarts?
That's an
No.
ability
Noted,
score.
maybe.
Research? That doesn't count.
Okay.
Man.
Because you have the scavenger edge, somehow you ended up with the new harness, and you pull out of that sleeve that little set of directions, and on the front of it is how to hook it up. On the back of it are 3 like common knots, sort of thing, and with a
Lord help me, I know nothing about climbing.
I would say with a notice roll, you can
A
help her,
notice.
you can help her gain the benefits of these knots and the description of how to do like rappelling. And the dice just
Oh,
and the
Wow.
dice just keep on rolling. Okay, so 4 would be a success, 8 would be a raise, 12 would be 2 raises, 16 would be 3 raises. That's 2 raises. And that takes away the -1 that Shep will impose with his critical failure of telling her that fall will only maim her and not kill her. But since I'm feeling extraordinarily generous,
So
let's
is that a
see.
-1 on
Ye-
top of the fatigue?
Yes. But
Okay.
instead, I'm going to put you, instead of at a -2, I'm just going to put you with the -1 butt penalty.
Okay.
If you need to, we can wait for that painkiller to kick in.
It's okay. Let's do this athletics. Oh goodness. Ah,
Yeah, it's hard. All right. All right. Just
my
rest.
butt hurts too much. I'm just gonna hang out down
So
here.
what? Let's see. What does it
guys.
say? Fatigue -1, comma +1.
Excuse me.
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
I didn't adjust anything.
Interesting. -1 for fatigue. I wonder where that +1's coming from.
Let me do. Hold on. That doesn't count. But I.
Maybe you typed a +1 down in the
Ah.
corner or something, or had it left over from a roll you thought you might be making and didn't make.
Probably. But that would have been a 1, I think, a non-critical 1. Because it would be a -1 from the butt penalty.
Okay. All right.
So I'm
let's
just
see.
gonna hang out down here, guys. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
I'll call
Yeah.
you.
So I think your total penalty would be strength -2, -1, +1. So we'll
Oh.
call it a -2 because the roll was athletics -2. You got a +1 benefit, but a -1 for fatigue. So we'll call it straight up -2.
Okay. So it would be 0. I'll keep a
You wait
lookout.
a
It's
few
fine.
minutes. And you two up on the ladder are looking at kind of how this vertical sort of safety bar might work.
Oh,
And really, I mean, Ava, you are free to keep trying. These are, not related attempts.
mm. That bar that we talked about earlier that is broken up into
4-foot segments.
We lost a Shep.
oh, he'll probably pop back in.
Mhm.
He's still in fantasy grounds. Yeah.
Welcome back.
The one that's in 4-foot segments.
Mhm.
Would I be able to use the rope and the carabiner along that to help me out, or
It
is
doesn't
that not
start.
a thing?
It doesn't start until the lattice work starts. So it's 20. It's also 20 feet up.
I
There was a
see.
chance you could have hooked to it, the
Yeah.
the grapple, but it was a better chance of it hitting the ladder rung or support strut or the lattice work itself, which is what ultimately ended up happening.
Okay. Gosh, we only got one big old thing of rope.
That's
Could
not true.
I?
You have 50 feet of
Oh,
rope, but you also have the rope that's attached to the grapnel. It came with some nylon rope.
okay. Well, maybe I would like to send up the rope from the grappling hook.
Okay.
Like send that thing up to them and then see if I can't ask them to use it as like a crutch for me to help me along my way so that I don't have to use as much strength since she's old noodle arms.
That's good for a Benny.
Oh, thank you.
You can try an athletics roll at +0.
Straight up.
Essentially, they're forming a loop that you
Yeah.
can stand on and use your legs.
Yeah. Ah! Ah!
Against all odds, all three of you are at the base of the ladder or 4 feet, 5 feet above that, or 4 or 5 feet above that still. You are the lead person, who I believe is Shep.
Yes.
Changing order would be awkward and dangerous.
Mm.
Shep, your head is about level with that first horizontal strut. All of you are tired and aching. You're winded. Your arms are sore and your legs are a little a-quiver from having to stand on the ladder for so long. Your butt hurts, Ava.
Yes.
A little bit of
I
a little bit of
don't have any
stiffness.
jock friends. That's what I want to know.
Any what?
We don't have any jock friends.
No.
Because jocks are scary, Shep.
But this is where we're going to end this session with the three of you, give or take, a third of the way or a quarter of the way up to the base of the tower.
Mhm.
And just as a little teaser of what awaits you at the top of the tower, and because I'm really proud of this really cool map that I made, I am going to share it.
Let's see.
Please load.
Loading. Loading.
Is that funny how I only see 2 of your icons at the bottom? I should see 3.
Loading.
Shep reconnected. I'm going to share it again in case he didn't get this.
He's sharing
I'm
it,
loading.
but it's loading away.
I hope to see this one day.
Well, that's good because
I wish to
it's going to be in your cache for the next time we play.
Awesome.
Right?
Mhm. Speaking of which, might as well just
Oh, there we go.
I see.
Hey,
down
look at
there.
that.
I love it.
So you're going to come up where it says ladder to ground. You're going to come up through that hole. And note how I even added clouds to indicate that you guys are
So far up.
130, maybe some feet up. So what you have is that screen is the walkway. And yes, there is a railing.
Mhm.
And yes, there is a security bar. Much like you climbed up, there's a security bar that if you want, you can carabiner yourself to it to walk all the way around. And there, of course, are your 2 mascots. And if you get to the screening, this walkway, you could continue up all the way to the top of the tower. Now, there's probably no reason to go all the way up there, but for folks that are up there doing access to the interior, that are doing maintenance work on it or whatnot, that it's more like a set of stairs because you're climbing up the set of steps along the upper curve of the bulb, so it's not straight up. It's at a nice gentle 30 degree ascent. But this is just a little teaser of what awaits you the next time we play, so you can think about what you want to do. And as you walk around this screen, this walkway, you're going to pass like a hatch that you would use to access the interior of the water tower, where the water is. So with that, I think I'm going to bring up OBS and stop recording, and I'm going to try to get Duff these recordings so he can post the fiasco that was getting the party on a ladder.
Hey,
But you all did
all
it,
I,
and then
all I can say is every time you tell me that all it needs is as long as I don't crit fail, you
And
jinx
then
me.
you crit.
The crit fail.
yes,
Gosh.
indeed, it's like a
Well,
little
we both
jinx.
crit failed today.
But you didn't get shaken, so we didn't have to use your
Yeah.
cursed hindrance.
I just
So
busted my butt.